Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a new representative, gave her first speech on the House floor, which C-SPAN obviously covered. They posted on Twitter, rapidly became the most viewed video in their history, and I think for good cause. Here's a section of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez talking about air traffic controllers and the real concerns surrounding the government shutdown.
And it is terrifying to think that almost every single air traffic controller in the United States is currently distracted at work because they don't know when their next paycheck is coming. Federal workers' jobs are stressful enough. The rise in New York City's cost of living is stressful enough. The fact that Mr. Obed's family cannot be reunified due to fears over the Muslim ban is stressful enough. His several $1,000 a month Bronx mortgage is stressful enough. The anti-immigrant sentiment of this administration is stressful enough. And the truth of this shutdown is that it's actually not about a wall. It is not about the border, and it is certainly not about the well-being of everyday Americans. The truth is, this shutdown is about the erosion of American democracy and the subversion of our most basic governmental norms.
That is, I would say, perhaps second only to Cardi B, the most spot-on analysis of this shutdown that I've heard in the past couple days.
Usually when I hear a politician do what she did, which is, here's a story of one of my constituents, they usually do it in a way that is presented as like, oh my God, here it comes. I sat down with Molly May, and we were in a diner, and we were eating steak and potatoes, or like some like mashed potato, home soul
big
food.
bowl of
You're just like, all right, stop putting it in perspective of one person. But what she does is she outlines one specific individual, Mr. Obed, from her constituency who is having a tough time, and she's pointing it out. And it was just amazing. It gave me chills. And then she further on in that speech talks about how there are no norms anymore. It is the new not normal, and it continues to be so. And it was just a really great floor speech, and people love her, and people who hate her because they also love her.
And they probably watched it. It's the Howard Stern sort of thing. They watched it twice as long. Yeah, so I want to return to that in just a second. In terms of the sort of invoking individuals you have met, I obviously have known it for a very long time that that's sort of a technique you use rhetorically. But man, President Obama was good at that.
Really good.
It was really good. And I would say, to some extent, individuals like him have ruined it for other people, because now when most politicians do it, it's just like, okay, you've got your list of 3 people.
It's always
it feels
the look
cheap
down.
by comparison.
It's always the look down.
Yeah, you got to remember this
go,
peasant's name.
My favorite person.
But she did a good job.
Thomas.
Yes. So look, in terms of the erosion of norms, I'm glad that she is refocusing on that, because look, in one sense, it's about the wall. Technically, that's what he wants. But he's not doing it because he so genuinely wants a wall. He's doing it for political calculations. Direct political calculations like, can I still get elected if I don't get a wall? But also sort of ridiculous BS media political implications like, will Ann Coulter yell at me if I don't get a wall?
They are last ditch efforts. They just sound like last ditch efforts. The last thing he can do, he's not broadening his base, he's doubling down on his disappearing base, because if he doesn't do this, they're gonna say you promised a wall, you didn't do it. And some people will leave. And
I don't even think that would be
his argument is that he ran on this, so he has to do it, so because he won, he deserves to get the wall because he won. He didn't win because of the wall. He was able to grow his base because of the wall, but there were a bunch of other factors on the other side that led to Hillary Clinton losing. She had a lot of baggage. She didn't energize her base. The wall is not the only reason he's here. And despite that fact, there aren't enough people who support the wall for you to say that most Americans won the wall.
We can see the polls.
Also, since then there's been another election, and during that election, the reason that you're going one-on-one against Nancy Pelosi is because you've already lost.
Yeah.
You would otherwise be going with whoever they replaced Paul Ryan with.
McCarthy probably, yeah.
So, but in this situation, you've already lost because you're in this battle. Not to mention the part where I feel so crazy. I feel like I'm being gaslit, where it's like, do I play again the video where he's like, this is my shutdown.
I won't blame you.
It's like, what?
I won't blame you.
So ridiculous.
Yeah, you didn't, as you said, you didn't win because of the wall. partially because you didn't win. You just lost an election. It was a wave election. You lost 40 seats. It was a larger popular vote margin that the Democrats had than the gigantic wave in the 90s. You lost after making it about the wall and border security and caravans and all that other BS stuff. That was your choice. It was a bad choice because you went on to lose, and now we know that people don't support you on those topics.
And 800,000 people, as AOC brings it back, 800,000 people who have jobs, good jobs, government jobs, the realistic, or the ones that are secure jobs, those people, the president is single-handedly, him and Mitch McConnell, so two people, as AOC tweeted yesterday, there are enough votes in the Senate to pass a budget now.
Yes, that's part of those erosion of norms that Mitch McConnell knows that. He won't allow a vote, not because his party would lose, which would theoretically be bad enough, but because his party would vote for it.
He already had this vote. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The reason, it's Trump raising all the anyways, we don't have time, but he's cuddling up to Trump so that he can win his own personal election.
Exactly, yes. Erosion of democracy, as AOC points out. Thank you very much for watching this clip from The Damage Report. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell on YouTube to get notifications of our new videos. And of course, you can catch the full Damage Report live every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TYT Network on YouTube TV.